Alright, hello and welcome to the Jayville Tech channel. Today I want to shoot a little video to show you some basic recommendations on how to create your virtual classroom open house videos. I know, and this will be using your cell phone, I know we use our cell phones every day. We take pictures, we take video. But I just have a couple of little recommendations just to try and help make your videos a little bit better. Not saying they're not good to begin with. I haven't really seen most of them, but one of the first recommendations that I have is to shoot with your phone on landscape. A lot of times, and I'm sure you've seen the videos, there'll be people, they'll shoot a video with it on portrait. The video quality is still about the same, but the problem is if you have a parent or somebody that's watching it on YouTube and they've just pulled it up on their Roku TV, it's going to have these blurred out bars on the left and right, which I don't know about anybody else. It's a distraction to me. Of course, you know, I'm a little bit OCD on things like that. So, but I do recommend that you shoot the video on landscape. And another thing I recommend on it, let me get this phone unlocked, is that you, whenever you shoot, to not have your phone on selfie. Now, there's nothing wrong with the selfie camera. They're usually pretty decent cameras, most especially if you have a newer model phone or a decent level phone like this one here. It actually shoots a pretty good video. I've had to do some selfie type stuff with this one because it's my old camera. This is a Galaxy S7. Still shoots real well. Good video. But I do recommend that you use the back camera. The nice thing about the back camera is it is typically 2 to 3 times higher resolution, so it'll shoot a much better video. Now, for me, shooting in this office here, I'm trying not to shoot and show you the mess right now because we're in the middle of getting everything ready for school. But we do have a couple of things here that will help you in shooting these videos. I have a couple of these tripod stands with the phone mounts on it. And they're pretty easy to use. You just set the phone in there, making sure you don't have any of your side buttons squished, and you just tighten it down. So that allows you to, you know, swivel around the classroom and everything, and get the videos going. Another thing we have that can help, which might be more helpful if you need to do a lot of moving around your classroom to show different sections, would be one of these. I've only got one. I actually bought this one at Five Below. And I don't know if they have anymore, because you know how things go at Five Below. They'll have it this week and not next week. But this is a little flex leg stand, so you can flex it out, stand it up, and then you can grab it and it'll work as a handle. So that'll allow you to pick it up, kind of depending on how stable your arm is, keep the phone stable as you're going around your classroom. The third holder that we have is we've got the swivels. Now on the swivels, you need to, if you want to use one, you need to let me know ahead of time so we can plug it in for you and try and make sure it's charged, because these have been sitting on the shelf since before we left for the pandemic. If you don't know what a swivel is, what this is it'll allow you to mount this on a tripod. It's got a little piece in here. You can mount it on a tripod. Your phone will slide in there. It's got a jack that you can plug in to hook in for it to pick up your audio, and then in the back of it here, it's got this little pendant mic with the little clip to hold it. But what this pendant mic will allow it to do is this thing will actually track you as you move around the room. Now that can be a good thing, but if you're getting very far away from it, depending on how well your phone shoots distance, it can get kind of hard to see. But it may make it easier. Of course, it also uses the swivel app. You have to use the swivel app with it in order for it to control your phone on the recording and everything, which if memory serves correct, you have to create an account in order for that to sync right. Now, some audio suggestions. That's kind of all that I've got on the video suggestions, outside of making sure your room is well lit, because the better lighting that you have in your room, maybe turning all yours on, the better the video quality will be as well. So the next thing is sound. First, I recommend to not try and eliminate as much background noise as you possibly can. We don't want to get any copyright infringements for music playing and things of that nature. I'll let the librarians explain that one to you. But if you're going to be very far from your camera, from your phone, the phones have a pretty decent microphone on them. But the further distance away, the harder it is for your phone to pick up. So I would recommend getting this in your classroom. You'll probably recognize a little better with that over the top. In each of your classrooms, there's one of these mics. This is a microphone. It's a little lapel mic, just like the one I'm using here. And inside the package, it's got, of course, the body pack with the mic, a clip for the body pack so you can clip it to your belt, pants, clothes, and the receiver. This receiver would typically plug into your presentation machine for the virtual learning students. And there's this cable. Now, the importance of this cable here, that will plug into your phone, and then it'll break it out into a microphone and headphone jack. If you just take this receiver and plug it into your phone, it's not going to recognize it as a microphone. So this will help it to realize that. All right. Well, coming next, I have Ms. Schieffer. She's going to go through the guidelines of what's recommended to be put in these videos. And she's actually going to do a little bit of show you an example by going around her classroom and showing you the things in her classroom and in the lab. So I'll see you after she gets finished.
Hey teachers, I'm here to tell you what content needs to be in your open house video and to record mine as an example. First thing you have to do is introduce yourself. So right now my phone is on a tripod because I'm the only person in the building, but you can get a friend to hold the camera for you. Just try to keep it as still as you can and make sure you look at the camera, not at the screen. Make sure you're looking at your audience. So here we go. Scene one, take one. Hey guys, I'm Ms. Schieffer. Take a good look. This is probably the only time you'll see my face for a long time, but don't worry. My mom made me all kinds of cool masks. This one's got test tubes on it. I do teach chemistry and physics and college algebra and trig and EP calculus. And to answer your question, yes, those classes are hard, but it's okay. We're going to do it together. Teachers, the next thing you want to do is give a tour of your classroom. Be sure to highlight any safety measures that you're taking in your room. They don't need to hear the same thing over and over again, but anything that's specific to your room that you're doing for social distancing or sanitation, any of that kind of stuff, please share it in your video. Move the camera slowly and deliberately, unless your theme is Blair Witch Project, then just go for it. Here's my classroom. You can see I've got the desks spread out as much as I can. We're going to do our best at that social distancing. The most important feature in any chemistry classroom is the periodic table. Here's another one, and another one. The periodic table of fish. Here's the most important thing in the room. This is a portrait of my cat, Mr. Spock, being held by Mr. Spock. It is called Spock Squared, and they judge you if you do not follow social distancing protocol. Teachers, the third and final thing that needs to be in your video is any supplies you want your kids to have that weren't already published on the lists for all the buildings. So if there's something specific to your class that you want kids to have, make sure you record that. And do it all in one video. You don't have to make a separate video for each of your classes. You should just be making one video. So here we go. Scene 3, take one. And this is the lab where we'll be doing all of our experiments. We got lots of space. It's a really great setup for us. My chemistry classes, you will have to wear lab goggles for all of our experiments, and those will be provided, and we're going to sanitize those really thoroughly between every use. But if that bothers you, putting something on your face that other people have used, I totally understand, and you are welcome to go buy your own lab goggles. You can get these in the hardware section of Walmart, Lowe's, any of those places will have these. Just make sure you get the kind with a good splash guard here that fit nice and snug around your face. Chemistry and physics, this will be the first year that I try digital lab reports. We'll see how that goes. But for AP chemistry, we are still going to do traditional lab reports, and you need a lab notebook. So for AP chemistry, make sure you get a composition notebook like this just for your labs. Guys, I'm so excited to see you again. I'm looking forward to a great year. And scene.
Thank you, Ms. Schieffer, for showing everybody in the district how to set their video up and for those guidelines. For this last part, I just want to kind of show you how to get the video to me. I know you're probably going to want to edit this video whenever you get through, because you probably either shot it in multiple little segments, or you need to cut out a little piece where your kid came up and started yelling, or something like that. Because there's always stuff that happens whenever you turn on a camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually upload. I found several videos on how to edit video on your phone, because a lot of the newer phones usually have a built-in video editor. Like I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S10 to shoot this, and I'm actually editing this video on this phone as I do it. So I've added in Ms. Schieffer's clip. I created the transitions. I've cut out the different come in and come out portions of getting the video started, because I'm shooting this by myself. So I'll put those links in probably the Google Classroom, and I may even put them in the description down below whenever I upload this video to YouTube. But this is just to help you, to show you what to do. And I'm actually going to end up shooting when I get through talking here, I'll shoot a little clip of how to upload it to Google Drive. So basically what you're going to end up doing is I've got a Google Drive that I will share with everyone, and what this will do is you can just simply upload your video into Google Drive, like I've actually done here. I've downloaded Ms. Schieff's video. So you just click on the plus sign, click on upload, and then you can just go in here and select your video. Of course, this being an Android, it's going to look a little different than an iPhone. But you can select from the different areas that you have things stored. Like I went into videos and camera, and this is all the different videos that I've shot with this phone. So I would just simply select one, and it uploads it to YouTube or to Google Drive. You can also tell it what folder you want it to put it in. Of course, I'm just uploading to my main drive here, but I'll include a screen capture from my newer phone on how to do that as well. I'll tie that to the end of this. I may actually insert it here. Alright, so you'll click on your Google Drive. Should be the app should be the same from either an iPhone or from most of the Android phones. So once you're inside, actually what I recommend doing is go into the folder that you want to put it into. So that Open House Teachers Video folder. Then click the plus sign, click Upload, and then you just select the video that you would like to upload. So like for now, I'll go in and delete it. We'll upload Ms. Schieffer's video. Once that's done, it'll be there. Now remember, that when you save the video that you name it as your name, so that I'll be able to get it into the right classroom. And I'll probably say this again before I close the video. Alright, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, need any help, email me. It's probably the best way. You can call me during our normal school hours. I'm typically here from 7 to 3:30 Although for between now and school, I may be here a little bit more. But just give me a call, send me an email, ask your question. I'm going to do my best to try and help you as much as I can. Of course, that being said, we are kind of swamped right now because we've been delayed on getting some equipment in. We're trying to get it in as we receive it. And we just got a big shipment in last week. So next week we'll be installing all of that. But I'll help as much as I possibly can. And more, I'll be glad to see everybody back because this has been a lonely few months. Because when this pandemic started, I never left. So be glad to see y'all. Hope you've had a great summer. And to finish off, this is Alex Reed from the Jayville Tech Channel. We'll see you soon.